Hi guys. Hi guys, happy Halloween. Welcome to this video, this special edition. So we're gonna be reading Scary Stories number 9. Special Halloween edition. Also, I have really bad gas today. That's why I'm about to leave. And my hair's kind of dry too. And I look really short. Okay, we're gonna film reading Scary Stories number 9. That's it. Yeah, my pillow, please. How about you? How about you? No! Take it tight. So this is Chucky. I am 101 from Squid Games. This is...
And I am Monica.
I don't talk like that.
Yeah, I am Monica.
This is so awkward.
Girl,
Is everybody ready to read some scary...
Did you do it?
That's enough.
Oh, no. Don't even think about it, girl.
Okay, me first.
Okay, try to read.
Excuse me? Hi! Because it has an exclamation mark. My name is Genesis, and today I will be telling you about what happened 8 years ago. One day I was sleeping in my room feeling cold and weird. I smelled Monica's ass. I smell something awfully disgusting. I wake up and run up to my mom asking if she smells it too. She slept with Monica. So she smelled like booty. I wake up and run up to my mom.
I can't, no, I'm gonna read it. I smell something awfully disgusting.
Bitch, it's not me. Oh, wait, it's I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Oh my god.
I mixed up.
Hi, my name is Genesis, and today I'll be telling you about what happened 8 years ago. One day I was sleeping in my room feeling cold and weird. I smelled something awfully disgusting. I wake up and run up to my mom asking if she smells it too. She says, yeah, smells like something rotten. I got so scared but didn't think much about it. Once I was finished thinking about it, I waited until the next day. I called my brothers to see if they can check the trailer because we were living in one a long time ago. Once they arrive, we go outside to reach under the trailer. I just lupita breathing.
I can't pay attention.
What are you
laughing
doing?
for 2 seconds.
Once they arrive, we go outside to reach under the trailer. We find a dead squirrel. Not so long ago, about a week ago, I fell asleep on my bed watching TV again. I smell it again. But this time, it's a stronger smell. I asked my mom again, and she says we'll check it tomorrow. The next day, we checked again. Nothing. Turns out a few weeks ago, my neighbor was dead and rotting next door.
Oh, that's so sad.
That is so scary.
That's scary as but it's
That
sad.
is so sad and scary.
He said, love your content. Keep it up. Thank you, Genesis.
Thank you,
God.
Genesis. Te prometo que... Buenas, I don't know.
Good luck out
Can
there,
you erase
Genesis.
that? Thank you, Genesis.
Stop reading it.
I was reading it. How'd you know?
Can I read it? I promise I will do a good job.
I'm gonna laugh and I'm gonna pee. Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm from New York. This story is what happened to my mom when she was a child in El Salvador. She would always play with her cousins outside and there would be these 2 little boys that they would play with. But the thing is, they could only see it, not the adults or the other children in the neighborhood. One day, one of those little boys started saying things like, smash your grandma's head with the glass bottle, and other things that worried my mom, her brothers, and her cousins so bad they decided to tell an adult. And every day a priest would go to the house and bless it, and they'd bless each and every kid. My mom said that the ghost kids would also play with the light switch in their room, and they would hear growls and creepy giggles. It got so bad they all slept in the same bed together, until one day the kids were gone and there was no weird activity anymore. Apparently the house was built on an old graveyard. They moved out of there later on and nothing has happened since. The story spooked me when she tells them she has so much more. Even her grandpa has experienced a lot of creatures, for example, La Ciguanaba, El Cadejo, and many more. Those spirits followed him because he would be interested in dark magic and attempted to sell his soul to the big D word. Bitch. What are those? Do you know any of those?
I have never heard of that.
Like Salvadorian
Guanabana?
things, maybe?
I'm gonna ask my Salvadorian friend about that.
Okay, call them right now.
Okay.
Don't show me, pretend you're by yourself.
My Salvadorian friend didn't
Okay, La Ciguanaba. What if we're calling it?
answer. Just need to make sure you're not looking at.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I already took it off. I already knew you were going to come.
He's messing around. He's looking at the like.
I'm looking like a bunch of guys.
It looks like a horse
But
with
like
people hair.
Yeah.
Right? In mythology, her name was first Siwetwet. She had a baby with the son of the god Tlaloc. Tlaloc finds out she is not taking care of this baby and in fact leaves him alone while she goes out to see her Sancho. Tlaloc curses her, changing her name to Siwanava, meaning the opposite of what it was originally. It now means Nelly. Ugly woman. He banishes her to the countryside where she is said to roam near ravines and lakes and riverbanks, targeting unfaithful, thought men and leading them to their doom. She lures them in with the glow of her golden hair until curious men approach her to see she has the face of a horse. Unfortunately, there are ways these men can escape her. They can bite a cross and pray to God, grab her by her greñas and drag her down to the floor, or they can pull on a leaf of a tree and La Siwanava will feel like her own hair is being pulled and get scared. But there are many entities like this one, so one way to differentiate La Siwanava from the others is by reciting the phrase, "No te vas a ir, Maria Pata de Gallina." La Siwanava will get scared and throw herself into the body of water. If she's not phased, you should run.
Let me see. I want to be Nelly now. It's boring being Monica. Monica is so boring.
That's not what your friends say.
Ooh.
Monica, my half cheek ass is like halfway.
Why are you not sitting fully on the stool?
Because this bitch is covering with her turkey legs.
Your Patrick Stewart ice cream cone.
Monica, just because I have no ass.
Relax.
Okay, I need to take everything off. Back to being Lupita. Okay, yeah. I'm ready. I'll be quiet. So La Sabana?
How come there are a lot of entities like this?
Yeah, I never heard anything like that, actually.
I have. You don't have any stories of like a Tío seeing like a very beautiful woman and he follows her like to like a lake?
Jessica's dad told us a story where he was like saw a beautiful girl and like remember that and like she didn't have feet. It was like a horse feet.
It was goat feet.
Oh, goat
It
feet.
was goat feet.
Yeah, goat feet.
Do you remember that when he was like at a dance? He was dancing with her and he was taking her home.
Yeah.
And then she started screaming really
I'm
really
getting
loud.
so much anxiety because I'm like, thank you, Ashley,
Thank you,
for the
Ashley.
story. It was a one scary story and I hope I don't remember it.
That's so scary that a lot of children be playing with like entities like that. Entities?
Who of us three is the more likely to get put in jail for a murder listening to an imaginary friend that says smash your grandma's head?
Probably me because I'll go crazy.
Do we agree? It's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be too scared and I'll just do it. I don't know. No, I wouldn't do it. No. I don't know.
I'm the one that closed the trunk on my grandma's head.
You really did?
It's because we were looking for something in the
No,
back.
okay, then it's Nelly, not me. I take that back.
Hello, for privacy, you can refer to me as Leah. Say hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. Thank you for the story.
I just want to start off by saying I'm a big fan and love how I can always count on you and your friends/family for a laugh. So thank you. For context of the story, this was
We love you. Sorry.
Love you.
Oh, fuck.
Aren't you that guy from the show
No, I'm
too?
4'5'6".
You're 6'9". Soy la 69. Soy la chingona que llegó de Riverside. La que siempre quiso. Monica be dancing to it. Dude, you should see her going like this. And she's the like, soy la chingona. And then she goes like that with her.
You look so short in the camera, dude.
What
time is it?
Remember when you at the park?
Yeah, I had diarrhea. I was at the park and I told Fabia, I can't do this anymore. And I ran and I left her behind. And I ran to the restroom and so that is all over the wall. I don't know if it's still there, but it should be there.
Hello, for privacy, you can refer to me as Leah. I just wanted to start off by saying I'm a big fan and love how I can always count on you. What the For context of the story, this was last year, some months shy of when I lost my mom to cancer. At the time and even now, I suffer from severe depression, and I was not on the best terms with some friends who weren't that great or helping, but that's besides the point. I was under a lot of stress and dealing with a lot mentally/emotionally. This was back in my old apartment in Oklahoma, downtown area. So it was getting late and I was getting ready for bed. Went to sleep, no problems, fine. Dream. I'm babysitting this little white boy. Bedtime comes, I put him to bed, no problems. He's sleeping. My friend Nancy comes over and we're talking, hanging out. As we're talking, she mentions she has to go to the bathroom, so she's gonna go check on the little boy for me. I say okay and she goes on her way. Something has me feeling off and I'm not sure why. Mind you, we're in a white suburban area. It's a Saturday night. Granted, it's a suburban area, so there's not gonna be much noise. noise. There still should be background noise, for example, crickets, etc. So I check outside and hear absolutely nothing. No noise, no cars in the background, no people, nothing. I'm put off and I don't even know why. I realize my friend has been taking a while, so I start to get worried. I remember the dad of the kid said, if anything should happen, I have a gun upstairs by my bed and downstairs. Or I have a bat if you prefer. He gave me the code. I'm not one that likes guns so much, so I get the bat. I make my way upstairs, turn on the light, which normally should brighten up the entire hallway. It barely does. It's still dark and dim. Whatever, I think it's just a wiring issue. I go into the boys' bedroom and I see my friend facing the window. I call her name, she doesn't respond, so I turn her around. She's got the boy in front of her, holding him close. They both have the same shocked face with pinkish/red cheeks, as if they've seen a ghost. When I tell you my anxiety was out of this world, my god. I shake my friend, get no response. She's speechless and just looks paler than usual. I get to the little boy's level and try to comfort him, to get him to talk. All he says is, they're here. Can you guys hear the crickets? Are you sweating from your armpits? No people? Bed.
Okay, never again.
I'm zooming into your foot so they can see your crust.
Did you pee yourself, bitch?
We want to see.
Let me see.
No.
101 peed already. She's dead.
My head hurts.
Here, wait, I have a solution for that.
No. But I thought it was for real bleeding. Was about to squish your head because that's what works for her.
When my head hurts,
Just
if you
do this. Just do this. On your forehead.
Okay.
Not to me! I'm like, what the F? What do you mean? All of a sudden, I hear an aircraft-like noise coming outside, specifically the window behind my friend. I'm thinking it's a helicopter, but no helicopter can get that close, and it doesn't sound like one. This bright-ass light comes from the window, and I see these tall, humanoid beings. They're blue/gray, at least 7 feet tall, cliche alien eyes. They're wearing skin-tight blue clothing, almost could match their skin tone, but more blue. They're skinny as hell, skin and bone almost. They're surrounding all three of us, and it gets white around us in a circular shape as if we're in some type of aircraft that's about to take off. It gets wider and brighter and the noise gets louder. As it gets wider, I wake up. Reality. When I wake up, it almost felt like I was floating. I wake up in a sweat, my heart is beating so fast, I'm shaking almost, and it's, I believe, around 3 to 4 a.m. Eventually, I go back to bed. Either later that day or the next day, this couple, Josh and Kendall, post their podcast talking about alien races. It includes images/info on the species. They mention these beings called Andromedons, but when they show the image, I almost die on the spot. They look 98%, if not 99% similar to the beings in my dream. Only differences are that they are similar in size but have human-like eyes and are more blue in color. They're said to be friendly, but bitch, they didn't feel friendly to me. They took me. I don't know what to think or believe anymore because I'm not a believer in any of this type of stuff. Why would I lie? I'm not gaining caca from this, so what would be the point? What do you think? Could it be a prediction, an attempt to abduct, or something more, or just a simple nightmare? My sister thinks that they're protecting me or giving me a message, but they never spoke to me, verbally or telepathically. I'm not sure what they wanted or why they chose to take all three of us. Let me know what you think, and I hope this didn't scare you in any way as it haunts me. Then look, they look like Lupita.
You're stupid.
It's kind of scary. Remember that other lady that had a whole relationship in her dream with an alien?
Really?
I mean, if you're single and looking for a boo.
Yeah,
then there you go. It has some big ass long foots.
Oh,
And then-
yeah. The one time it was.
Which one? The one that we just like this? Well, that's your dang.
Lupita!
Go, baila.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I like to share some stories my great grandpa told my mom, and later on she told me. Okay, I'm from Mexico, Puebla, Mexico.
Viva Mexico! Viva! Viva Mexico! Viva!
What was your name when you were little, Nelly?
Nothing.
So she would say, Nelly Leal, Mexico, ra ra ra.
Seagull! Kelly, what the f were you thinking? You were just a big toy girl.
He went to
Remember
work.
when Nelly would be like, soy la compadre?
She would steal my bike. Do you know that, Gio? She stole my bike and Fabi caught her one time. She was like, oh, Nelly, let me borrow the bike. I never let her borrow the bike. And Fabi would always cuss her out.
Fabi was mean to me.
I wonder why.
She broke my bike too.
I did. I'm sorry. I'll buy you a new one.
I really do want to do one. The
That's
same
why
one.
my scooters would go missing.
I never stole it in my life. I don't know what they talking about. You know what was funny? When Nelly was younger, I'll make her steal her mom's food. And then, should I say the story or no?
Should I ask him? ¿Estás con otro?
What is wrong with you?
I was little.
Say it to the camera what you would make her say.
Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm ashamed of myself. Nelly was so stupid back then. Me too.
She was
me
like
too.
7 and
Me
you're
too.
how much older are we? You're like 4 years older than her.
25. So I was still little. I was
Bitch,
dumb.
you were
I was
11. My
little.
cousins don't do that.
Because they're smarter. I'm dyslexic.
My family live in a small.
That scared me.
I was watching you the whole time.
And you still not scared, honey?
My name is Vanessa. I like to share some stories my great-grandpa told my mom, and later on she told me. My great-grandpa died about 2 years ago, and I never really got the chance to ask him to tell me stories. I'm from Puebla, Mexico. My family live in a small pueblo, which is basically like an old ghost town today. El Pueblo is surrounded by mountains. The people there work in the mountains and make salt, which is called salinas. At the time my great-grandpa was growing up, the electricity wasn't very used, so they had to use a lamp with a candle. My grandpa would always hear in El Pueblo that the men that came back from work in the mountains would always see a woman with long black hair that was floating. When they dared to come close, they always came back petrified. One day my grandpa came back late from the mountains and it was pitch black. All he had with him was a lamp and a couple dogs. When he was getting close to the entrance of El Pueblo, he saw a woman with long black hair. The dogs started whimpering and growling at the women, but my grandpa didn't pay much attention. All he said was good afternoon and walked past her. But as he was walking, he thought, what if she was in trouble? And what would a lady be doing going out so late at night? He went back to check up on her, but when he went back, she was gone. It was always heard of that the men that came back from work would always witness some paranormal activity. The weird part is that it would always happen at the entrance. One time a man that came back from work late saw another man at the entrance. The man asked the worker if he can remove the cross from the entrance of the pueblo. The worker found it strange and said no, so the man pushed him and the worker fell. When he looked up, the man was not there anymore. Too scared to actually think about it, he ran and told everyone what happened. Everyone said that the only thing that's keeping away any spirit from entering El Pueblo was a small cross at the entrance. So they decided to make a bigger one and asked the church to bless it.
That's crazy.
Damn. That one, they kind of scared me. This one was like
Yeah,
scary.
Oh,
They
see?
get
I was
worse.
actually paying attention to
They
this.
get worse. Okay, second story. When my great-grandpa was a small boy, he remembered that there was a bell in El Pueblo. But the weird part was that only little kids were able to see it. When he came across the bell, he told his mom, why was the bell there? She seemed skeptical about it because she couldn't see it. But since at the time, people always believed that the big D word can appear in any form, or that it was something too much of a coincidence, the only thing that she said to him was to never touch or go near the bell. Third story. This is one of my grandpa's own stories. When two men were coming back from Las Salinas in the mountains, they were drunk and wanted more booze, but out of nowhere, there was a store. One of them decided to go in and buy more booze. The man who stayed outside went to a nearby bush and did his business, but when he came back, the store was no longer there and it was just a plain desert, nothing. When he went back to his pueblo, no one believed him that his friend who went to the store disappeared with the store. They all told him that he probably killed him. But amongst them, a woman told him that they will wait 1 year and will go back to the same location on the same date at the same time. So they waited a year and went back to the same location, and kid you not, the store was there. The people told him to go inside and get him and get out as soon as possible. When he went inside, he saw his friend talking to the clerk, but the clerk didn't look like a human being. He looked like a skeleton with regular clothes on. At that moment, he saw a pile of oranges that looked very juicy, so he grabbed one and put it in his pocket. He then went up to his friend and told him they should leave. His friend looked exactly the same. His clothes didn't look old or worn out. All his friend said was why, that he just came in a second ago. He didn't notice he had actually spent a year in the store. Ignoring his friend, he grabbed him and went outside the store. When he went outside, he saw the women and a couple of family members. When he turned back to see his friend, he turned to bones and fell to the ground. He had died during that 1 year because his body had reacted as though he had not eaten or was deprived of basic human needs. All that was left of his friend was bones. His friends and family went to his remains and cried. Then he remembered he had put an orange in his pocket and wanted to eat it. But when he took it out, it had turned into solid gold.
That's
crazy. That story was so crazy to me.
Well, they should have got more oranges, huh? But that's sad about the What, isn't it gold?
Yeah.
Oh no, but that's kind of scary, huh?
His body was basically living as if he was still alive for a year, but wasn't eating, wasn't drinking water. So
That's
he just
sad.
rotted as soon as he stepped outside.
So basically, he was alive and his friend killed him. Literally, should have left him in there. Just kidding. That was me.
That's so crazy. It's like a portal to another dimension.
That is so scary.
Rubio, ¿cómo estás?
Having long hair is interesting.
I
hope you enjoy these stories are from my great grandpa. I really hope it will get
That is
to
so
you guys.
crazy.
I really liked your story. What's
Those
your
were
name?
so interesting.
Those
Thank
are
you for
so
sending
good.
those
Yeah.
in. They were
I really
so
like
good.
them, and I really hope you send more because they're amazing. Even though I'm kind of scared to go home and like go to sleep, I probably won't go to sleep because I'm scared.
I could only find one story online on Reddit that reminded me of this one about the store. Two friends on their way back home from a trip stopped at a gas station after swerving due to sleep deprivation. Next thing they know, they're back on the road and time has passed, but they've got no recollection of ever leaving the gas station. The driver's memory comes back in bits and pieces over the years, and he remembers driving off of a bridge, and specifically the image of his friend's face as he drowned in the lake, except they're alive and well. The driver shared this story and commented that when they got back home, things just felt different. His friends had changed entire personalities, and there were episodes of his favorite TV show that didn't exist before. People in the comments have theorized that they died in one dimension and got sent to another where they never drove off the bridge. Now, I think this man who entered the store was at the wrong place at the wrong time and possibly entered some other dimension. This store exists in another universe and they'd entered some kind of wormhole by complete accident. Maybe the orange in that dimension translated as a block of gold in this dimension. Or maybe the man who stayed behind came to our dimension just to tell us this story.
And I think this is the last time I'll do this with Monica because I hate scary stories. So bye, you guys. It was nice meeting.
Monica!
That was
My hands are right here!
I need help, babe. Like, I'm literally like... Sorry.
Happened?
Nelly took my booty hole.
No, I didn't. You liar.
She likes my booty hole, that's why.
Ew! Don't wash my hands right now.
Dissy.
Lupita! Okay, press the red button. Press the red button.
Bye.
Wait, what?
The one on the screen. Do you know the little red dot? Press it! Lupita!
There.
No! Press it! Don't be scared.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Guys, so we're outside of my mom's work and we have Lupita sitting at where I always sit, well, the driver's seat. And she's gonna pretend to be me and we're gonna see how long it takes her to figure it out.
You look like that one guy from Squid Games.
You think so?
No.
How does Monica talk?
¿Cómo te fue? I'm just kidding.
You sound like you. Talk a little like girlier but deeper.
¿Y cómo te fue?
Like that.
¿Y cómo te fue?
That you wear, Monica.
Recording like this. Don't turn.
Oh my goodness. ¿Y esta qué? Che, Lupita. Pensé que eras Mónica.
Dude, she like looked at her so scared.
¿Sabías que no era yo?
No, yo pensé que eras tú hasta que la vi así muy agachada y los pelos güeros dije, ay no.
Ah, my whittles. I should have did it.
No, ya vi que eras Lupita y luego lo dudé porque dije, ¿y ese lunar? Está muy...
I should have kept going. Mira la Buki, el Buki.
¿Viste a ver los buques?
Pues no la miras.